Right, so good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are. And Suli and Bilur, good afternoon, good evening for you in Turkey.
Thank you.
It's really lovely to have you. I know it's a busy, very busy time, so we appreciate that you take the 30, 40 minutes of your time to show us your beautiful country. So I'll let you start your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. So actually we are, thank you for all of you for joining us today. We will be your host for today's webinar. This is Bilur.
And this is Şule.
And we will be just taking you through a short, like a brief journey through Turkey with the hotels that we love visiting, staying, and offering to our guests with the order of the map, so that it will just give you a good orientation.
There will be some hotels that you might know, but I'm sure you will see more new ones in Turkey.
Okay. So first of all, we would like to give you a very brief information of who we are, if you don't know us, or if this is the first time that we are meeting with each other. So we have we offer the insider's knowledge with all the fully tailor-made programs for our guests according to their requests, with the experience of 28 years. And we are reachable for 24/7 with us and with all our team. And all of our programs are being handled with our own operation team, directly with the suppliers, guides, and all the parts of the program. And that we have our connections. And we have a wide connection of like guides who have their own like personal experiences, education, depending on the interest of our guests. And one of our, I think, like strengths are like having our branch office inside the Istanbul airport and having our own vehicle fleet, which gives us the flexibility to act on time for any changes, activities, or last-minute requirements. So again, we will be talking about like Turkey, yeah, which you might already know that. I mean, for the last couple of years, now Turkish government is putting a great effort to mention the name as Turkey, because of the name Turkey, which sounds like the same with the animal. So this is as Turkey as how we say it in Turkish. And Turkey is blessed with the cultures, with the natural beauty, with the culture, thanks to the civilizations all passed through the Anatolia, being the crossroads of many cultures, like which is giving the texture and taste or culinary. And of course, there are the highlights like Istanbul, which is always the meeting point for all these cultures, gateway to Turkey, like Cappadocia as a magical landscape, and like all different 7 regions, which you like explaining here.
Yeah, and you see our Turkey map, and so we have 7 regions, and every regions it has own structure, nature, and the civilization. You can see all these reflections at their foods and the architecture and the culture. Istanbul is gateway to Turkey. It's 2 continents city. And most of the things are happening on the European part of Istanbul. For example, Old City and the Golden Horn and the Galata Tower, these are all located on the European part of the city. Asian side it's a beautiful place. It's more residential area. There are some small and the 5-star chain hotels, but those are more suitable for the corporates. And so when you see the Black Sea area, you can see the very long lines, but it's not you cannot see the resort areas there because the sea is very cold and the season is very short and very rainy. So that's why it's more green area, and it's very famous with its plateaus and the green area and floras as well. And when you go to eastern part of Anatolia, we have excellent ski resorts in that area because it's really cold during the winter time, but it's beautiful. When you go down to southeastern part of Anatolia, that you can see the names of the cities like Gaziantep, Mardin. We call that area Mesopotamia. It's the first civilization in the world. So when you come to western part of south, you can see Antalya and Mersin. These are the city names above Cyprus. It's a Mediterranean area. We have lovely hotels and the Gulf hotels, but we won't talk about that hotels today because those are very big hotels. If you like, we can talk about those places separately. And when you come to the Aegean part of Turkey, like where Izmir and Ephesus, Bodrum, Marmaris, and Lycia are located, it's more, we're gonna talk more about that area today. And the Istanbul, where we call that area Thrace area, we have border to Europe, Greece, and Bulgaria. Now, let's start.
Istanbul is this is where we live and where we luckily live and just handle all our operation. Istanbul is actually definitely one of the best cities, the greatest cities that you would like to come visit again and again, thanks to the history and iconic landmarks and with all the hotels. Today we will be speaking very briefly about the hotels, and like Shude said, there are several hotels that of course we would be explaining, but the important thing is the location, the old part of the city, downtown, or the Bosphorus. Today we will briefly speak about the new openings like Vakko Hotel, located in one of the upscale
hip
areas, Nişantaşı neighborhood. It's actually it's opened by a fashion brand, well-known Turkish fashion brand, and it's more than like a room because the minimum size is around like 90 square meters, and with living room, with living room, bathroom, and the dining area, and you can have your chef to cook and serve for you inside your room as well. Or the Peninsula, it was a long awaited hotel, and just opened next to the Galata, within the Galata Port project, and it has a perfect location with the 4 recent like carefully renovated historical buildings, and it has a perfect location being just on the seaside. We can walk also if you like, and if you like walking with a short drive to the historical peninsula, within walking distance to the old historical peninsula.
And the Soho House is located in the downtown again. It's very close to Peninsula Hotel. And you know the Soho House, I'm sure you know the Soho House name. It has a club section and it has a hotel section also. It was all the United States Consulate. And then after United Consulate moved to another part of Istanbul, and it turned as a hotel. Now it's running by the Soho House family. And it is a great courtyard and the restaurant, Italian restaurant, Ceccione, like this.
And another beautiful, which used to be an old French school, and again very close to Soho House, with lively area, close to the arts galleries, social living areas, Galata Tower, and many like other highlights. If you would like to be more in a close, like boutique personalized service, then it would be a great place for you to stay.
And of course, we have many beautiful chain hotels like Four Seasons, Kempinski, Shangri-La, Mandarin, along the Bosphorus. But we have another nice boutique hotel just nearby, very close to the Four Seasons and the Kempinski Hotel. And it's a boutique hotel. There are it's not expensive like the other hotels. And there's only a restaurant and the rooms, but if you like to feel live Istanbul and on the Bosphorus, it's a perfect place.
And another location which we very much like is the Six Senses Kocataş Mansion, opened like 2 years ago now. It's located on the northern part of Turkey, close to the Black Sea. But it gives you with 2 historical mansions and a great like the garden area. It gives you a great resort feeling with being within the city. You can do your biking program, culinary, several activities, and live like the Turkish people, Istanbulites, just enjoying the Bosphorus. And you can use the cruise, like the small private yachts, to combine your program with the old city programs, old city visits.
Yeah. And now we are going to the more European part, getting closer to the Aegean Sea. Gallipoli, Çanakkale, it's located at the entrance of the Dardanelles. So it's again 2 continent city. Like it has a European side and the Asian side, like Istanbul. And on the European side, it's the main city, Çanakkale. Gallipoli area, and the Asian side is the Çanakkale is the main city. And it's very well known place with the Homers and the Iliada and the Trojan horse. And I'm sure you watched the very famous film of Troy. That event that happened in this land hundreds years ago. And
actually, the area was always famous, more like on the daily programs, or for the Gallipoli War, or just visiting, combining like more Anatolian programs, just maybe doing like a daily program in Gallipoli. But thanks to these boutique properties, vineyards, and small like wine production areas, as like one of them is Bengodi, and it has its own wine museum within the hotel. And another of our favorite properties, Caili, and it's actually an art property and has a huge vineyard and all art pieces within the hotel. And it's perfect, and only like 20 rooms. Both properties are close to each other, and great if your guests would like to combine it with like biking, vineyards, and visits. And another location, we are now driving down to the Aegean Sea towards Ephesus and Mount Ida. It's actually where you can have the best breathing in Turkey, thanks to the Mount Ida National Park. And it's an area, and there are small authentic villages around Mount Ida. And Adatepe is one of the most famous ones. And another one is Ahmetçe, where we have the Smurg Inn Hotel. Both hotels are like the adult hotels. As you can see, they are all like stone houses. The area is famous with olive oil production, food, many outdoor activities from hiking to biking, like jeep safaris, or as well like mushroom hunting. So it's good for those who like to be out in the nature.
And Junda Island, when you go down like 2 hours drive, you come to Junda Island. It's an island, and just close to Junda Island is kind of a village. Ayvalık town is bigger than Junda Island. Junda Island is famous with its glorious sunset, seafood, and the Şeytan Sofrası, the Devil's Table. And many people would like to go and see and to have a dinner at the Devil's Table. And this is the Junda Island. And there are some boutique, small, nice hotels like Despot House. It has only 28 rooms. And very typical Aegean style of architecture you can see. If you are looking more for a bigger hotel, still it's small, but bigger than Despot House, like 40 rooms on the seaside, we always suggest this nice hotel. Yeah. Again, this is adult only.
Eskişehir is a bit inland when you compare like Ayvalık and Mount Ida, which are all on the seaside. But Eskişehir, it's actually one of the Phrygian cities. And thanks to the mayor, it has developed over the last 10-15 years with the sculptures, old renovation of the old houses. And it became one of the most desired cities in the area. And Om-In, which is a part Om-In Hotel, which is a part of the Om-In, like the art gallery, modern art gallery, is actually one of the most desired.
So
properties.
the importance of this hotel, you can see the contemporary art and the old at the same time. So it has only 12 rooms, but very large and very contemporary from inside, but from outside, it's totally very traditional.
Alaçatı is, we all know about like Ephesus, one of the best preserved Roman sites out of Italy. And Ephesus is based to be visited mainly for like with the shore excursions or as a combination. Alaçatı, one of the cutest Aegean style towns of the area, is actually very much like famous among the Turkish people, and over the last couple of years receiving more and more international visitors. Those who are looking for smaller places, like boutique properties, boutique shops, restaurants, and they would like to be within walking distance to those places. And it's a great alternative to be compared with Bodrum. Alaviot and the area has different style of hotels, but mainly like the stone hotels. And like Alavia is one of the suggestions. And on the contrary, Stay Warehouse, which is really a warehouse because it gets its name from an old beer factory. It has a totally different hip modern style. It's again, it's not on the seaside, but it has its own private beach within like a short driving distance from the hotel.
Yeah, last month we stayed there and we made lots of plans in that area and to see the new hotels and the new restaurants. But the hotel was so peaceful and it was so beautiful. And so they have arranged some barbecue parties and some sunset film. And so we couldn't so it's really very comfortable and a very peaceful stay.
It's actually owned by a film production company. So it's hosting a lot of like film galas or like many famous Turkish movie stars. So it always has a vibe, and it has a great vibe. Those who are looking to be just enjoying, partying, but not only relaxing.
Yeah, and also it's the same company. We talk about another hotel in Istanbul, Bosphorus, the Stay Bosphorus. It's the same company, by the way.
And we were speaking all on the town hotels, but Byblos Alaçatı is the one, if you don't want to go to different beaches, but be directly on the seaside and maybe enjoy like the windsurf, which Alaçatı is also famous about, then Byblos Alaçatı would be a great option. And it's again good if you are traveling with your children, and it would be a great option too.
Yeah.
Manastır, it's another stone house. It has its own hotel section, but also the villa section. So if you want to, if your guests would like to hire one villa for their own, then it would be a good option.
And Urla, and so from Alaçatı to Urla, it's only 20 minutes drive. And Urla, it's famous with its restaurants, wineries, and the vineyards. And it has fantastic culinary. And there are many famous Michelin star and also very famous chef restaurants in that area. And most of the people, they prefer to stay in Alaçatı, Çeşme. And they do daily visit to Urla. But if you prefer to stay at Urla And if you are like wine lover and to see the more wineries in that area, and so we always suggest to stay in Orla. It's also seaside place, and so we like to show you some of the vineyards and the winery hotel, and also it's very famous with its cuisine again.
But it's actually a very nice, very refined location. If you just even would like to combine it for 2 nights stay, just to enjoy the area. Yeah. Şirince village is, I think, the one of the most well-known names if we are speaking about the Ephesus with Ephesus programs. It's an Şirince means cute. It was actually known as the Çirkince, the ugly village, just to protect the people, not the strangers, to visit the area during the old ages. But now the area is known with the boutique properties, small shops, and small like narrow streets that you can wander. And it's good if your guests directly don't want to visit Ephesus and drive down to Bodrum or fly back to another city, but take an evening to stay, to relax and enjoy the area. We have different properties. Nishani Houses is one of them, and it's actually the oldest one, located on the top of the Şirince area. It's formed of hotel and small, like, authentic cottages.
Cottages, yeah, there are some small, cottages, and there's a hotel section. Hotel means not very big hotel. Again, it's like a village style, but the rooms are big enough, but the ceiling and the height of the doors are a little bit lower than the regular style, but it's so beautiful.
And Güllü Konakları, what's different between Güllü Konakları and Nişanyan? Nişanyan has a perfect view to be on the upside of the Şirince village. So, but you need to consider that this is a village, so the road conditions are more rustic. and whereas the Güllü Konakları is located on the village center area, which is different. And it's again like a small vineyard cottage.
Now we are driving down to Bodrum. I'm sure you know the name of Bodrum. It's very well-known place, and it's known in the ancient times as Halikarnassus, and so which is located on the city center. And so we're gonna see some of the well-known hotels and also new ones as well. Aman Rüya. Rüya means in Turkish dream. It's like a dream hotel, really dream hotel. Aman Rüya. It's located on the seaside. It has 36 pool terrace cottages with private swimming pools, and this is one of the sample from their room. And so during the nighttime, it's amazing. But when you look from the seaside, you cannot see any cottages, anything about the hotel. When you're getting closer to the seaside, you can see some of them. So it's an amazing place if you are looking for a peaceful holiday.
And this is actually the newest property in Bodrum area. Again, located in Hebil Bay, which is just in the bay next to Türkbükü, where you might know with Maçakızı Hotel. And it's one of the Max Royal is one of the most well-known like 5-star all-inclusive ultimate luxury properties, mostly around Antalya area. And they are extending their options, their alternatives with the other cities, and Bodrum is one of them.
Yeah, and most of the people looking for a private residence and the villas, so they offer 22 designed residences like this.
And again, it's very close to, with of course with a driving distance, close to the Yalıkavak Marina, like all fine dining restaurants, or like directly taking a daily boat from your hotel.
and the Maçakızı. So Maçakızı is one of the Virtuoso hotel in Bodrum. And so it's very well-known hotel in that area. They offer very comfortable stay and very beautiful and the sophisticated design, architecture design. And it's very quiet area. So all the important of the hotel and during the reservation, you should be very careful because they have lower deck and the upper deck. When you go to lower deck, it's getting closer to the seaside. If you prefer the upper deck hotels or rooms or villas, it means you need to walk down to the seaside.
Which we did not include here, but Maçakızı has its own villa as well that you can consider for private events like private birthday parties, friends gathering with 12 rooms.
And the Met Hotel.
The Met Hotel, again, depending on the guest requirements, it has a perfect location to be very close to the Bodrum downtown area. And it has its own, like the hotel rooms with different categories, very peaceful, very clean decoration, and villas or apartments that can be perfect for friends, families, and if they are considering doing like a biking program, like sightseeing program, or taking a daily Gulet program, it has a perfect location to avoid the long driving from other hotels. And Fethiye, you might remember, Dominic, we were speaking about Fethiye, like the Lycian area. Again, another great location, if with it again reachable by Dalaman Airport, or which can as well be combined driving down from Bodrum, or can be as a pre-post program for a Gulet, like a sailing program. Fethiye is great for combining a sea vacation together with different outdoor activities. Like trekking or like biking or visiting some of the ancient villages.
And behind you can see the beautiful photos behind of us, and it's from Fethiye.
And as you can see, the area is formed of several small islands, which is making it perfect for sailing programs as well. And Yas Collective, which was around with like for the last 2 years, opened 2 years ago as the beach club. And last year it got it changed into a hotel, started to act as a hotel only with 20 rooms and 22 rooms, and it got the award as the best beach club of Europe. And it's the aim is sustainability, and it's an eco-friendly hotel with all high-level service on its own bay and reachable only by boat. Perdue is known as the romantic hotel or the honeymoon hotel. It's a great location for romantic couples. It has the feeling of more glamping area. And as you can see with all these, like the Yas Collective or Perdue or Gökçegemile, thanks to the nature of the area, you can see lots of mountains and creating a beautiful base, seaside. And Gökçegemile is good if with only formed of 3 villas, and it gives you the privacy if you would like to have your own bay and not to stay in a hotel.
And it's located on the island. This is a private island. And Datça Peninsula. When you drive down again, like 1 hour, you come to Datça Peninsula. It's so popular for local people, but at the same time, many people, they have their own summer houses. But the most well-known hotel in that area is the Dimaris. It's a beautiful hotel, and it's one of my favorite, I'm sure your favorite hotel too. And let's see more pictures from the hotel. And most of the gulets and the sailing boats and the luxury yachts, they always give a stop at this hotel because this hotel has several luxuries, well known, and like Zuma and beautiful restaurants within the hotel, within the bay, because hotel is located on a very beautiful bay.
And there you can do as well different activities as well, not only staying and like enjoying the sea, but you can do sailing. It's a great place for those who are into like diving or scuba diving or biking or hiking. And it has a big spa that is as well enjoyed by many of its guests.
The main airport is Dalaman.
Bozburun, again, one of the other bays around the Datça Hisarönü Peninsula is Bozburun. Bozburun is also very much known, as you can see with all the photos of the seaside photos, also for the Gulet, like the starting or ending point of the Gulet programs, the sailing programs. And Sabrina's house is again one of our favorites. It has only 20 rooms, 20 or 22 rooms, with all uniquely designed properties, and it's an adult only area.
Nearby, there is another hotel. Sabrina's house is more not traditional but romantic style hotel. Mia Mai is more modern hotel. It's just located nearby Sabrina's house, and so you can just, as you can see, it has a deck. It doesn't have any sandy beach, but it offers beautiful, very quiet, peaceful beach area. There is no music there. It's strictly forbidden in that area,
which we love.
Yes. And now we finished our resort hotels, and so now we are flying to Cappadocia because it takes too much hours to drive from resort areas to Cappadocia. And there are some direct flights from Izmir on certain days, not every day. And the Cappadocia is a region. It's like triangle. There are some small villages and the towns inside it. And so we will talk about the hotels according to their locations, because some of the locations and the towns are so crowded during the busy time that we don't like to, to stay on traffic. It's famous with this balloon, of course, and the Argos Inn, and it's located in
Uchisar village, and it was the starting point, the Uchisar area of all these cave style hotels. And there are other hotels like museums, for example, next to Argos. But what is unique about the Argos is, again, it doesn't give you the hotel feeling. Located on one big street, actually now it's like two streets, you feel yourself as if you are living in one of the houses of the village. And like this, it's in Uchisar. Like Serafim is located in one of the other known old villages, like
Mustafa Pasha,
Sinasos. And it has its own like pool in Cappadocia. It's again, there are few hotels with the pool, which especially if the guests are traveling with their children, it's actually important. And Kayakapı is one of the UNESCO protected, not the UNESCO supported hotels.
It's very good hotel for families again. And now from Cappadocia, we are coming to the Mesopotamia, and we are getting to the end now, where ancient history meets mesmerizing architecture. So there is a beautiful architecture. Now you're gonna see from some of the hotels. And Mardius Hotel, it has only 11 suites, and it's very famous with its cuisine and very nice rooms, specially decorated by the local designers. And this is another Mersum hotel. It's very close to other hotel, but it's more modern when you compare with the Mardius Hotel. Again, it has only 20 rooms, very limited room number. It's very similar to hotels in Cappadocia, and the stone masters are very important in this area. And the Eastern Black Sea.
Eastern Black Sea, and just getting away from the stonework and the Mesopotamia, more like the desert feeling. We are up north in Black Sea area, which we call as it's with the high plateaus, high mountains, pine trees. That is great for those who are looking for like trekking and flora and fauna. And like if this like Pokut Plateau is one of the authentic villages where you can stay in the old like chalet style.
Yeah, you're staying with a family, and next month we are going there with my family, and we're gonna stay there. And it is just 10 kilometers to climb to the plateau, but it takes about 30 minutes. And because you drive like this, but it's a beautiful place. After your first visit there, you are becoming more addicted. Yeah. And so
this is actually another complex with the hotel and the chalet style properties, and closer to Trabzon, where you can also visit the Sümele Monastery. And we cannot just leave without mentioning about Gulet programs, the sailing programs, which is again another perfect accommodation that you can do on the southwestern part of Turkey. There are lots of Gulet styles, like the hotels from 4-star up to luxury categories. And these are some of the luxury samples that you can create your own program. So of course we combine all our programs with the accommodation, transportation, and we very much care about the community-based itineraries that we create using all these unique properties. So we love our country, and we want you to love Turkey as much as we do. Thank you.
Thank you very much listening us.
Thank you.
Bravo, really. That was so interesting. And I think going through all the hotels, I don't know, maybe you might be the only country I know where you have so many boutique hotels and so small and of that quality. It was remarkable. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but
there are
many other more.
The country is very much like service focused, and there are many boutique properties, as you said.
Yeah.
So if anybody has clients who especially likes boutique property, I mean, they're going to be very happy in Turkey, not only for the beauty of the scenery, but to find those perfect accommodations. So
definitely.
You're the perfect host. I know we receive so many compliments about your service that I'm sure everyone can trust you. And then that's really an amazing trip that we just did with you. So I do not see any... no, I don't see any. I guess it was so perfectly complete.
Thank you.
I would not have any question myself, I have to say. So I don't know if you have anything to...
We are here. I mean, for any further questions, we will be happy to answer by email, by phone, or another Zoom call. Always.
Yeah, always.
You know that we have our meeting platform called Let's Connect 365. So you can always meet Sule or Bilur from Item Travel, our DMC for Turkey, whenever you want. And they will be sending you the recording. The recording is also available on our YouTube channel, Dominique Debec Collection. So thank you again. Thank you for your time on a busy period, busy July month. And we can't wait to, I think everyone should be sending you, suggesting at least Turkey, and because really you have an amazing choice of this little boutique hotel. I mean, it's really nice. Well, I can't wait myself to go and explore a little more than what I know. You have so much to offer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dominique.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a good summer, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Sule and Bilur.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.